right, now, please welcome to the stage Dr. Nat Kringoudis.
Oh, hi. Oh, my heavens. What is this?
That's a sizzle, Nat.
That's me. All righty. So, it all started on a really cute Sunday morning. You know, the kind of Sunday morning where there's no kids' sports, didn't have to be anywhere. I was lying in bed, taking my time. And I did that thing that we all do, that we're not supposed to do. And I grabbed for my phone. And upon checking my phone, I'm like, what in the world has happened overnight? Well, somewhere in the world, it wasn't overnight, clearly, because I had opened my phone to hundreds of DMs, hundreds of personal messages from friends and family, and so many hateful comments on my feed. But I didn't know where it came from. I'm like, oh, something's happened. I've upset somebody somewhere, which is not an uncommon thing that I do. But it all started from this post here. Let's look. Stop blaming perimenopause when it's a lack of rest, routine, and responsibility for your health. It's a little bit triggering, right? Well, it triggered a lot of people, it turned out. And what had actually happened was that a doctor had shared it on their page, and the people didn't like it. You can have a look. These are some of the comments I woke up to. Actually, I need to put the clicker down for this one, because this is my favourite. Ready? You're full of shit. Don't tell me what I'm experiencing. You don't know me. You don't know what the hell you're talking about. Okay, sure. You should not be treating women. Thanks for the gaslighting. I'd expect this from a man. What's this other one here? Instantly could never listen to another word you have to say. Please gaslight women some more, shame on you. Awesome. So it was very interesting because the post had been shared way out of context, and the doctor had shared it not as a story on their feed, which meant that people could comment on it, and I was getting tagged into all these comments. But what they had said was, not another wellness influencer that doesn't know what the hell she's talking about, pretending to know about women's health. So it had taken no time to understand who I am, what I do, and also that I've been treating women in this area for 20 years. Anyway, of course it hurts when we get criticised, but it also, in my experience, can absolutely shine a light. Now, I did leave this one. I had to share this one because this was my favourite. Okay, women deserve medical care whether or not they live up to your definition of health. I did a quick pursuit of your page, and it's an exit through the gift shop strategy. I'd never heard of that, but that sounds really nice. I was like, oh, that sounds cute. Okay. You don't have any qualifications listed, and you are clearly a privileged woman with access to gyms, supplements, saunas, organic foods. This is a ridiculously ignorant platform. I'm like, wow, where do you go from that? So, what do, right? Because I'm here to show you how you turn this into something that's probably the greatest thing that happened on that Sunday morning. And the number one thing, what do we want to do? I mean, who's been criticised online? And what did you want to do? Run away and hide. You didn't want to speak to anyone. You might have been rocking back and forth in a corner. It doesn't feel very nice. Or we actually want to then get out our phone and be like, We're not doing that either, right? We want to be calm, and we want to remain in a position where we aren't defensive. And so what I did was I went on to the actual post and I shared this. I appreciate you opening up the conversation, thank you. It was never my intention to suggest that perimenopause is just about self-care. And obviously, with a really clear, very calm approach, tried to open up a conversation, thanking the doctor for sharing it, because now we can have a conversation about something that we actually clearly agree about. So I did this. Now, here's what I didn't do. I didn't do it straight away. I took a few hours. I calmed myself down, and then I went and actually posted this on the post. It wasn't too long before the post was deleted, which I was delighted about, but there was absolutely no acknowledgement for what had happened. I'm sorry, I misunderstood you. Yes, it would be great to have a further conversation. None of that. So it was at that point that I may have chosen to slightly choose violence, which in the right way can be awesome. I'm going to show you. But I want to tell you what happened. People rallied. Her people rallied. My people rallied. But we started to open up this conversation. What you may not realise, and I say this time and time again, is so much good can come from these types of conversations. But also, when someone else with a really big platform shines a light on your platform, their people come over. And guess what they do? Some of them might say terrible things, but some of them might really start loving you. And so my following grew. So thank you. But I did go about then choosing, does this play? Does this play? If I press it again? No, it doesn't. Okay, well, what I did was I went and created a reel, as all good content creators do, with all the terrible comments that had been posted, and it basically said, imagine me just sitting here in my sauna doing nothing whilst people are creating these comments. And it created great views, great traction, a lot of people on there, and it just helped to rally my community around me, but around each other, in a time that you could feel like it feels pretty negative. Conflict creates conversation. And conversation creates connection. How great. So I want to give you 3 things for you to do, because it's really important that you're happy to put yourself out there. It's really important that you remain confident to say what you really believe in without feeling like you're going to have an army come after you. Now, within reason, as long as it's not completely ridiculous. I knew that original post was controversial. I expected some pushback, but I also am very happy to sit and have conversations with people about what that means and what that looks like. So here's 3 things that I would suggest that you can do if this was something that was to happen to you, because I absolutely encourage you to be courageous on your social platforms. First thing first, don't go and comment straight away. You'll probably regret that. Pause, don't be reactive, step away. Sometimes, even in the past, I've had to step away for a day or 2. But do not respond in anger, be calm and centred. Secondly, clarify with compassion. I have a saying, whenever we have any negative comments, whether it's on the website, whether it's a review, kill them with kindness. In the response, kill them with kindness always. Acknowledge, do not let it escalate. And thirdly, reframe it into content. Especially in this instance where I didn't get any type of response, there was no conversation. I'm like, why would I not go and use this as content? This is great content. And so that's what I did. I reframed it into content. Now, had we have had a conversation and we had become, I don't know, Instagram friends maybe, would I have done that? Maybe not, but they weren't watching anymore. So I was like, all right, well, I can create this into something that people are going to want to watch and that creates connection amongst my community, because my community is actually what matters to me most. You can use humour, you can use education or storytelling to show leadership and authenticity. You've got to own it. At the end of the day, you've got to own it. And it can feel really hard and confronting. Promise you, it's only going to be hard the first time. 3 things we're not going to do when this happens. Who wants to delete negative comments? We're not doing that anymore. Do not delete. Do not disappear forever. Silence can really look like you feel guilty. So we need to put our big girl and boy pants on. Do not fight fire with fire, ever. It never goes well on a public platform like that. Try and just remain calm, clear, and really articulate what you are trying to say. And finally, do not ignore your community, because they're what matter most. And of course, my community were over there telling them all the things that I was and that I wasn't what she was claiming that I was. So do not ignore them. They're your army. They're the ones that will go out and absolutely die on a hill for you when it comes to these situations. Because also, let's not forget, it's easy to be a keyboard warrior. Now, that works both ways. But they need to see that you're calm. They need to see that you're steady in these moments. So it's really important, and I hope that this helps, because I really do encourage you to be courageous on your social platforms. When we are putting ourselves out there, and you can be a little bit controversial, it actually can have a massive impact. It really helps to curate your audience and bring the people that are either curious or on the same page as you, and you become very attractive when you do that. So we've got to be bold, we've got to be brave, and we've got to use criticism to show leadership when it is chaotic out there. I think we can all agree on that. To deepen trust with your people, and to create content that sparks bigger conversations. Now, I do believe this wholeheartedly. I have been in this position many, many times, far worse than this one. But any publicity can be good publicity if you redirect it with purpose. So I hope that helps you to be courageous today on your social media. You are here all weekend with people that are from all different opinions, all different backgrounds, but we all agree that we want to help more people. I think we all agree on that, yes? And this is one way that we can really do that.